How do you handle slackers in a group project? My friends and I chose to have an English elective since we heard it was really easy to pass the class. It required only 3 major presentations to pass instead of exams. Since we were given the option to choose our group mates, my friends and I decided to stick together. The first presentation was easy because it required a simple PowerPoint presentation. My friends promised to help out when they could, but they kept coming up with excuses to avoid doing their share of the work, like being busy with their majors and clubs and sororities. I ended up covering the research and creating the slides. They did show up for the presentation and winged it, but I warned them that the next 2 projects were a lot heavier and I wouldn't be able to do it by myself. They apologized half-heartedly and agreed to cover more of the work this time. However, after I completed my part of the presentation, I noticed they barely started on it. I felt really angry, but I found it hard to confront them since they were my friends. Finally, the last project was assigned, and rather than a PowerPoint, it required a video and an individual printed essay. I begged my friends to help me out with the video. Instead, they got angry at me for constantly bugging them about a minor elective. I was devastated at how they treated me. For them, it was a simple elective because they could actually afford college. But for me, my grades seriously mattered because I was on a scholarship. So I started the work early and accomplished it all on my own without splitting up the parts. When they asked me about the project a week before the deadline, I told them not to worry since I completed it for the group. However, they forgot about the individual essay that was meant to be submitted to the professor a day before the deadline. So in the end, they failed and had to retake the class without my help.